So before I begin this video, I just want to address whatever's going on with my camera. I don't know if you see this, what's going on. It's like, I don't know, it's like this weird filter, but I didn't put a filter on this video. I just want to let y'all know that whatever is going on, and I don't know how to fix it. It may be because It might be because I'm filming in front of a window, but I really don't know. So I'm just gonna start this video, and can we just ignore it? I hope you can just ignore it. I know it might be hard to, but just try to. Anyways, today I'm gonna be talking about alternative trends throughout the years. It's mostly just gonna be fashion. I'll talk about some of the music, but it's just gonna be like whatever was going on. I wanted to do different outfits for each of the eras, but I don't have enough time for that. 1950s till 1960s was all about rock and roll. People were over the preppy look, young people, that is. They were really over the preppy look. They wanted a more rebellious look, they wanted to be different because they were just kind of done being so, I don't know, I guess conservative. So they started dressing like their favorite rock stars. Why did I say it like that? Alright, they started dressing like their favorite rock stars. So some staples became jeans, leather jackets, t-shirts. I think a lot of white t-shirts. I don't really know what it is, but white t-shirts. I guess because rock stars wore them, but whatever. And Converse. So yeah, that's when I think alternative fashion is born, when people just got over the preppy look in the 1950s. In the 1970s, music had started to become overproduced and over-commercialized. At least that's what some bands felt like. So as a protest, punk music was created. Of course, punk music didn't just start because of, disco music, pop music, whatever was popular at the time. It was also about authenticity and inclusion. So, there's no said, that was it. Anyways, punk fashion was characterized by ripped jeans, sometimes held together with safety pins. Safety pins were sometimes used as accessories. Other staples were band t-shirts and leather jackets with studs or spikes on them. And DIY was also a very important thing in punk fashion. So people would make their own custom t-shirts or whatever they did. That was the fashion. And of course, punk fashion was, well, I guess that's still fashion. I was gonna say punk fashion was also characterized by crazy hair and I guess crazy makeup, but not too crazy. It's just unconventional, I guess. Wasn't super crazy. I need to stop looking at myself. I'm really sorry. After 2 years I still do that. It's really bad. I try to put something in front of my face so I don't look at it too much. I need to remember to look in the camera. I'm really sorry. I keep doing that. In the 1980s, punk was still very much alive, but because of its messages, mainstream radio wasn't too keen on, I guess, broadcasting that. They didn't really want to associate with that. So they focused on new wave artists. And new wave flew up in the 80s. It's very similar to punk, but it includes more synths and groovy beats. It's a lot more danceable, I guess. Is that even a word, danceable? I'll have to look that up. Fashion was also very similar, but with a more extravagant twist. So includes more colors. Yeah, just a lot more colors. And mismatched outfits, I'm mismatched patterns and colors. That was also a very big thing in new wave. New wave fashion is like punk, but extravagant, like extravagant version of punk. At least that's what I got from the research I did. By the way, I'll link all the sources I used down below, and if like one of them isn't valid, just let me know because I don't know everything, and I tried to do my best for this video. So if I say anything that's like really wrong and I shouldn't be saying, let me know too. I don't mind that at all. I'll take your feedback if anything I said is like wrong, like actually wrong. Around this time, the goth scene also started. It was very inspired by Gothic art and architecture from the mid 12th to 16th century. The term grunge had been around for a good while by the 90s. It was used to describe bands with a dirty sound, and while this was probably not meant as a compliment, some bands took this and ran with it. They started making songs with distorted instruments and raspy vocals on purpose. And recording sessions were cheap instead of polished and expensive. Grunge not only had an influence on music, but it also had an influence on fashion. You probably know what I'm talking about. Flannel shirts, ripped jeans, and grunge's unkempt style became very trendy. We've gone to my favorite era, the emo and scene era. So, emo music wasn't new at this point. It actually started back in the 80s with bands like Rites of Spring and Embrace. And back then, it was called emo core. Yeah, it was called emo core. That means emotional hardcore. Anyway, in the mid 2000s, bands like MCR, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, and Dashboard Confessional. Whoa. Why did I say that word? What? Dashboard Dashboard Confessional. I did it. Became very popular with the emo community and definitely inspired people to switch up their style. The emo look was all about band t-shirts, skinny jeans, okay, not just skinny jeans, skinny jeans, and Converse or just canvas sneakers. Emos wouldn't accessorize too much, but common accessories were studded belts, the wristbands, fingerless gloves, the ones I'm wearing right now, striped socks. Yeah, there wasn't really much accessorizing going on, but there was also scene, and scene is very similar to emo, but it's a lot more colorful. That for one, and a lot more accessories, and I think the hair is bigger too. Just everything is more. You know what I mean? It's just like emo, but like multiply everything. It's like punk and new wave, you know? Just like multiply everything. Around 2014, the soft grunge aesthetic on Tumblr was super trendy. People would post pictures with gritty filters to get a very 90s vibe, and bands and artists associated with the aesthetic were The Neighborhood, Arctic Monkeys, 21 Pilots, Lana Del Rey, Melanie Martinez. I love her so much. And Marina. A typical look was a t-shirt with a cool print, like maybe not like this, but just maybe like merch from one of the bands I mentioned. Jeans, pleated skirts, like or not both, which would be a very cool look. If you do that, cool look. But I don't think that was a look, like for that aesthetic. So jeans or pleated skirts, maybe even a flannel shirt, some fishnets, and combat boots. It's the 2020s and alternative is back. I know it never really left, but you know what I mean. It's clear it had some kind of explosion in popularity. That's how I discovered it. And I'm happy I did. So yeah, I'll just be focusing on emo, scene, and scene core. I've already explained emo scene earlier, but I'll be talking about scene core right now, because that's new. It's hyperpop based on the revival of scene culture. I hope. Again, if I say anything wrong, just let me know in the comments. It's okay. You can say things about me if I say something wrong. It's okay. Just don't be rude. Just say I said something wrong. I will be fine. Now I'll be focusing on the fashion and specifically all TikTok. So, e-boys and e-girls, those, you know what they are, you know who they are. Some popular ones. I don't know. You might know some. But at the end of 2019, alt fashion became very popular on TikTok because, I don't know, e-boys, e-girls, I don't feel like that's really alternative fashion, is it? I don't know, it's not very alternative, but alt TikTok, that's what I'm going to talk about now. I already said that. But alternative fashion became pretty popular, and I really like alt TikTok, like that time, because as I said, that's how I discovered alternative, just alternative fashion, alternative music. That's just how I discovered it. Not exactly, but kind of. And I feel like if alternative fashion wasn't that popular, I might have not discovered it so easily. I may still have, but not so easily. And I'm glad I did, because look at me now. I look very cool all the time. Well, not all the time, but I look very cool most of the time. And I am really happy with how I dress now and just how I am now. So this video is not about me, it's about the history. Well, not the history, it's just like alternative trends throughout the years. I should just go on. There isn't really one specific subculture tied to this current era, since it's just a revival of older subcultures. People also mix and match elements from different subcultures, which is what I tried to do with emo and scene. I tried to make my outfits just like have elements of scene fashion and elements of emo fashion and just mash them into one, which sometimes works, but other times doesn't. Because I feel like sometimes it's just like not emo enough, if that makes sense. I don't know. Alright, so the music, I guess just like hyperpop. Cause not really. But hyperpop became really popular around this time too, so I think that's why it's very associated with all TikTok. This was kind of a mess of a video. I don't know if this gonna be a good video at all, because sometimes I felt like I was talking out of my ass, even though I tried doing a lot of research on this, and maybe it felt like I was talking out of my ass because I stumbled over my words a lot. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this despite this weird filter going on and me just, I don't know. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments which era was your favorite. Like the 50s, 60s, 70s, up to the 20s. Just let me know what your favorite was. Bye!
I think I forgot to say it, but don't forget to like and subscribe if you're into alternative fashion and stuff like that.